Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be building my very first Gucci Glock. It is a Glock 48 lower with the Zaffiri Precision that I showed you unboxing, I don't know, a little while back. So the way it works in DC, it takes a long time between buying the firearm and getting it in your hands. So I bought this thing. These are like the unserialized part, so they don't really matter. The serialized part, which is the lower, that needs to be registered with the district. It takes a long time to get approved, even though it's just a basic, classic, Glock 48 with 10-round mags that is very compliant with the laws. It takes a long time to get approved. So this took almost 2 months of waiting before I got it in my hands. But finally, it is in my hands, and I'm gonna be opening it up. I'm sure everybody have seen a Glock 48 before, unboxing before, so there isn't much to it. I actually wanted to learn how to take this thing off, the base plate off, so I already did one, but I'll do another one for you here shortly. I'll take this base plate off, and I have these silver, I think it's by NBZ Performance. Pretty much they look like this. They're silver base plates, metallic base plates, so I'll be switching that one up. So basically this is how the lower comes. There's nothing special to it. It's just the basic 43X or Glock 48 lower. In my case, I got it for Glock 48 and it's registered as a Glock 48. So it is basic, nothing special to it. That's how it is. So I'm just gonna take this off quickly, and I wanna make a few upgrades before I get to it. So yeah, and then it comes with 2 mags and a speed loader of some sort, that like old style. You have a cleaning brush for the barrel and the locks that nobody ever uses. Just put it in the safe. Just don't, like, if you put this out there, somebody's gonna cut and use it. So put the gun in the safe. Keep the kids away from it. That's my suggestion. Either keep it on you or put it in a lockbox, in a safe. That's the better way, instead of using these weird locks, because a determined kid, if you leave it outside to get access, a determined kid is gonna grab it and cut it off, or figure out how to pick this stupid lock. This is not, I don't think this is very secure, but anyway, it's the law, so they have to ship it. I'm pretty sure they don't like doing that as well. So yeah, I'll take these out. I'll set the mags aside for later and close this up. There's not much going on here, so move it aside. So first, I'm gonna bring up my tape, roll of tape. I'm gonna use it as a device to punch these pins. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off these 2 pins because I'm going to be upgrading first the trigger to Apex trigger. So I got the Apex Special Edition Series trigger bar and trigger connector for it. I'm going to be adding those 2, and also I'm going to be upgrading the trigger shoe to match up with the theme of this silver or chromey kind of look that I'm trying to go for. So yeah, There's gonna be 3-tone. One is gonna be sniper gray. The slide is gonna be sniper gray. Barrel is gonna be, you know, stainless steel, silver-ish. This is more like chrome, but stainless steel look. And I got this to match that up, and it has a nice serration, so it helps with the grip as well. And this is from Zaffiri Precision, so that's nice. They didn't really have it either in stock, or they didn't have it when I checked on the Zaffiri Precision website, so I didn't really bother with that. So let's get to taking out the pins. Yeah, that needed a little bit of punches, but I'm gonna take this pin out. I'm gonna be replacing it, so I'm gonna keep it out. Keep it here, and now we move on to this. I think this one comes out very easily. This is the trigger one. You don't even need to hit it, so just pull it down, put it up here. Now what I'm going to do is, yeah, take the locking block off. I think you just do this. Oh, just do it from here, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't need that much pressure, to be honest. Slowly, if you pull it up, it'll get out. Once locking block is off, the thing that I'm going to be replacing is the slide lock. I'm going to be replacing it with, again, going with the shiny team. I'm going to be replacing it with, the pins are getting replaced with stainless steel, and yeah, I'm going to be replacing it with an extended one, because I really don't like these super flat, like it's very smooth and not grippy at all. So I'm going to be replacing that with this grippy and also stainless steel themed slide lock. So I guess everything is making sense by now. The look that we were going for, since, you know, this is a Gucci lock. So yeah, as you can see, the trigger assembly just simply slides out. Now I need to figure out like how and what I'm going to be changing. So this is the trigger shoe. So I don't really need to take this off of it, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Oh my goodness, there is rust already. I think that's rust. This is a brand new one, right out of the box. Like, you could tell it's never been used, and there's already rust. Oh man, Glock, what are you doing? So I'm just gonna take off this trigger bar with the trigger shoe. Just gonna set it aside somewhere here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if that's grease or a rusty thing, but it looks like rust. And this is brand new lower, like literally I just got it, and I don't know what Glock is doing, but this is not it, buddy. Yeah, so let's push this thing out. I think this might be helpful. This is from Mechanic. This is a punch from Mechanic. I think you just push it from this side, it should come out. Yeah, there's a hole for it for a punch, so you just push it, it'll come out. And just pull it from this side. And the rusty, yeah, I really don't like this. This is rust, looks like rust. That is crazy. That is crazy, right out of the box, rust. Not sure if this is coming through the camera, but yeah, right out of the box, this is rusty. Rusty. Look. It's already like has rust color. All right, I gotta clean that up. What is going on, Glock? All right, that should do it. Yeah, there's not much. So I'm gonna take out my yeah, this is annoying. Like, why would they double seal it? Like, there's already a sealant here. I don't understand, but okay. Maybe trying to get the rust off. Unlike Glock. I'm not a Glock fan, by the way. I just needed like a, if I was gonna get like Glock 48 is like my favorite Glocks, and I know a lot of people don't like them, but I don't know, like that's the first Glock that I shot, the first, pretty much the first firearm that I've shot. So yeah, so let's take out the, again, I keep forgetting the name of this thing. It is called, yeah, the connector, like the trigger connector. So this goes in like this, I believe. Yeah. So you just push it in. You don't want to bend this thing too much because it might cause problems later on. All right. So before I put in the trigger connector, what I'm going to do is I have this CLP right here, and this is like my do-it-all kind of lube. Just a little bit of like 1 or 2 drops with the tiny applicator, and then just, yeah, just so that we don't get that weird, because if I didn't get to that thing earlier, I don't know, I think it looked like rust to me, this stuff. I don't think that's oil because it looks very brown, very rustic. So anyway, yeah, so now we're gonna insert this up here. And the bend of this thing, I'm pretty sure the bend of this thing I saw somewhere is what determines like the weight. So make sure you don't overbend this, and just take your time when you're inserting it. Yeah, because if you accidentally bend it this way, that might affect the trigger pull. I don't know if it's gonna increase it or decrease it. I don't remember exactly which way it goes, but this bend is what matters, like to the trigger pull, to the feel of the trigger pull. So yeah, I hope I didn't lose a spray. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, good. That would have sucked. So now it's kind of like, this thing is kind of tricky. You have to kind of go in here and twist, and yeah, there we go. Twist and push and kind of, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it has to be, I think this has to be in here, and yeah, I think I got it. I'm 80% sure that I got it right. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Heard the click. So it has to be, this has to be under, and this has to come under this little bend. So let me show it properly. So this, you just have to like kind of, let me take it off again, and show you. So you take this, first you try to like finagle it in between. So like you just put this little thing, take this in between here and like put it up here like this. Oh no. So you're trying to jam this thing in here. You see the little cross, the part of the cross that is facing the bar, like the trigger. This part needs to be under here in the trigger assembly. So in the trigger box thing, I don't know what it's called, but anyway. So what you want to do is kind of go diagonally like this. So now it's in here. Find that spot and twist this way. So now once it gets here, you need to put this part of the trigger bar under the connector. So it'll kind of click off, click on. Now this part is assembled, which is good. The only thing left is this, and this part, there is a screw here. So the screw is already unscrewed. I'm hoping I have the torque wrench for it. So I actually found mechanic. Actually, this is a tool that ships with the Canic, like it's called Mechanic optic, that is currently on my Canic Mete MC9 and my Canic TTI Combat. So I'm gonna use this to screw and unscrew. So using the screw, you just like screw this on. It's very straightforward. There's no special thing going on here. Now it is fixed. So I'm glad I didn't do anything to this one. I'll keep this, you know, just in case something goes wrong with this one or I don't like it. I can always come back to it. So now that the trigger is done, I'm going to be replacing the mag release with going with the theme of you know, the silver or stainless look with black. I hope this thing looks good, or at least somewhat good, because in order to remove the mag release, there is a spring bar. It's just like one bar that is straight. It's really hard to show on camera. It's somewhere down here. I don't know if it comes up. You need a pick or some tool. Like, you can do it if you finagle enough. I think the right angle pick is the right one. You might be able to do this with an Allen wrench. I don't know, but I just finagle it out. And then put in the new one. So I had to stick this thing in here and jam it, but now it should be good to go. All I need to do is just adjust. Now that it's laying down here, adjust it and stick it in that hole. Yeah. This is aluminum as well, so chances are it's probably not gonna chew on the plastic thing. If it is doing it too much, I will remove it. For that reason, I'm gonna keep this in here, plastic one, and move on to the assembly, putting back the trigger assembly. So this is, I think, very straightforward. You just drop in your newly assembled trigger. I think there's nothing special here. Just make sure everything is aligned. And then now we take our extended slide stop. And this one, the thing has to go through one of the pins have to go through, the big pin has to go, this big pin has to go through this hole and through here. So we gotta figure that piece out. And yeah, I think that's it. There's nothing else. There's a groove for this assembly, so you just drop it in there. And yeah, now we take our stainless steel pins. See, this is logical. No need for double sealing a Ziploc. This Ziploc is the seal. Anyway, take this pin. Let's just make sure everything is seated tight. I think I want to put this pin first because it's easy to put in. Yeah, you can just actually push it with your fingers. Yeah. And with the sponge, just push it in. It's a little bit not flush. Now it is flush. Everything's good. And we take our shiny new extended slide stop, and I think I need to push down on this or up or down. Yeah, I have to push down on it to get it to seat correctly. Yeah. So when you push it down, it kind of it has like that springy feeling. And then the trigger shoe is in. Yeah, I heard one click, but that's not the only click we want. And I think it's better to do it from the opposite side because I pushed it out the other way. This is better. Otherwise, I think it goes into one of these grooves. The slide stop goes into one of the grooves, and that's kind of what makes it super tight. So it's kind of better to go from this side because you only have to worry about one groove instead of two. And push this down a little bit. As always, push the super easy and crispy. Yeah. Now, oh my goodness. Again, I forgot the locking block. Why did I forget the locking block? All right. Good thing is the locking block is the tightest fit one, so I think I can easily take this out now. Yeah. I think this is, yeah. press it hard. Yeah. So locking block is in, and push this back in from the side that where we took it out. Align, like, just, you know, maneuver the trigger shoe to get it to seat. Like, once it goes, it doesn't need a whole lot of force. And this part, you push it on up here. See this springy part? Push it up here. When you push down, it goes in, and then once it's in, there's, like, you know, the grooves. Where's the old one? So these grooves, the slide lock latches onto this groove, and that's kind of like what makes it tight. So I figured all of this out right now as I'm speaking. So yeah, now it's in. I didn't even need force, to be honest. If I had known this, I would have just pressed down and then pushed by hand. It didn't need that much force. You see how easy it is now? Feel the... Yep, it's in, and it's in. We have a few things to add. I also got a magwell that is kind of silvery. Couldn't find a stainless steel one as well, and a Hogue grip. This thing, it's changed my shooting experience so much that I had to get one for this, because this is I know a lot, like, I mean, it doesn't look too crazy on this, so I don't mind it, but on my Canik MC9, it really changed the feel and the experience of shooting that gun. So I'm a Hogue person now, so yeah. But putting them on just takes forever, so I'm just gonna do it off camera and come back. Okay, after a good amount of finagling, I was able to get the grip on. I think it looks nice. It doesn't seem overbearing at all, and like especially for these super skinny type firearms, I would highly recommend, like, you know, Glock 26, like short grip or like skinny type grip firearms. I would highly recommend this Hogue grip, because it just makes, you know, a world of difference to your shooting experience. And I think on the lower part, the last but not least is, not the last one, but we still have to put this on. But yeah, this is pretty much what is left. These two, the base plate and the silver magwell, is what's left. So let's take care of that, because I didn't want to put this on while the magwell is on, so that's why I did that first. So now we take this. I have no idea how this is going to work. Just hoping for the best. So the way this thing works is you shove this thing in. This is a metal plate, and then in between is a rubber material. So once you shove it in and you start screwing in this thing, the rubber starts getting squeezed between this flat surface and this flat surface, and it starts to expand sideways, and that's supposed to trap it in here. I was wondering, like, how is it gonna stay there, because I don't see any screws here, but it's pretty much pressure fit, what they call pressure fit. So now let's make sure this thing goes in first. Right, let's force it in, I guess. Yeah, and press this front side down. Yeah, I think this is going to be very snug. Now we start screwing. tightening up. Where's the big one? As you tighten it, you feel like, yeah, it is tight now. Yeah, I won't go any further. I think beyond this is just overkill, and I think I feel a bulge. So, dang, that's a good technique though. I like that. You don't want the bulge. You see, like as I tighten it, like you start to see a bulge, and you don't want that. You see that's gonna trap your magazine. So. Just enough, because now it's not coming out. Let me test it with the magazine. Yeah, we want the magazine to drop. Yeah. Yeah. All right, that is done. We're getting close. We are getting close. Gucci Glock is looking good. Now for this thing, I have this little Glock tool, Glock magazine tool. I really don't like how this thing comes off, but it is what it is. I don't care. So you just drag it down, push it. Yeah, this is just so bad, to be honest. You're pretty much damaging the base plate, like every time you do that. I don't know, maybe it's a ploy to sell more base plates. Yeah, putting it back on is pretty straightforward. There's nothing special. You just don't let this thing fly off of here. So yeah, that's just the only thing you need to watch out for. And then another thing, just try to keep it within this groove instead of sometimes it skips and goes on top. So make sure that happens. So the little groove here, once it gets away from this tab, this stupid tab, it might jump the tracks and come over here. If it comes up here, you're, you know, one day you're shooting and this thing is gonna fly off. So let's make sure that doesn't happen and force it in. Yep, you hear that click and everything is seated. As you can see, the tracks didn't jump, and this little tab is now in between. Test. Now looks like this. Perfect. Now we're done with the lower parts. I'm just gonna keep this to the side. Now it's Zaffiri time. We don't need this. I don't know why we kept it here all along. Let's clear out the workspace. Now let's take out the barrel first. I'm not gonna do much with it at this moment, but we'll just take it out and put it to the side. Move the box elsewhere. I'm gonna try to be as efficient as possible now. Okay, and the barrel and the spring. This little thing, I'm just gonna. That's the back plate. Keep it there, and a stainless steel guide rod. is provided. So it is nice that everything is metal. So yeah, I have a screw. I don't know what this is for, but I'm gonna keep it to the side. Put this back. Put this to the side. And I'm gonna put these two up here. Now let's work on this slide. Luckily, I have my trusty mechanic tool. I mean, mechanic is the best when it comes to providing tools. They give you everything that you need. So this is very convenient. You just oh, before I finish, yeah, there it is. So now I take off, and oh, sorry, forgot to introduce. So we're going to be putting the Zaffiri Cat X Pro on this setup. I think Zaffiri is a great company. They have great prices. I'm not sponsored by them, just full disclosure, if you think I am. The cut from Zaffiri Precision on the slide, on this specific slide, was RMSC footprint. So I got the RMSC footprint Zaffiri, which is the Cat X Pro. This has both the dot by itself, and then it has the circle with the dot. So that is very convenient. I don't think I opened this thing ever. So yeah, so the default is the circle with the dot, and we have, like, if you hold, I guess, the minus side, you have a dot, and then you have the circle by itself without the dot. So it is very convenient. It comes in like this, and yeah, cleaning cloth, it's just the standard stuff. Ooh, I have a Zaffiri sticker, and I didn't think I had one. And yeah, the tools, these things are really nice. Yeah, I need to keep these handy because anyway, you have the tools that you need, sticker, different types of screws, like a bajillion types of screws, and the star of the show, the Zaffiri Cat X Pro. And the great thing is it also comes, just like mechanic, it comes with protective plastic on it. So I appreciate that, because those things get dirty. And this is my Gucci Glock, so chances are I'm not probably going to be carrying it a lot. This is how it comes. Oh, the dot is already on. I think it's a reflex side, so yeah. Let me see if I can show you the dot. One thing you're gonna notice immediately after picking these up is this thing is very sturdy. It is sturdy, like well built, very chances of them breaking is very little. Now I'm gonna be putting it on this. Oh no, okay, oh yes. So what kind of screws are we gonna be using? They provide you with a ton of screws, ton of screws, which is super convenient, and all of them have as you can see, all of them have Loctite on them. I don't know if this is affecting the internals of things. Hopefully this doesn't affect this. The screw seems very long. Hopefully it doesn't affect. It already has Loctite. At some point, if it starts to get loose, I'll just use my trusty thread lockers. I've used this thing on automotive screws, and it didn't let me down. So yeah, this is, if Loctite is not doing it for you, that's the best one. Yeah, I appreciate them though for including all the different possible types of screws within this thing. So now Siley is installed, and the only thing left to do is finishing up the install. And do I do it here, or I'm not sure. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, this is sick. I'm not gonna lie, I am not disappointed with this look. This looks sick. Oh my goodness. This is great. And then even it's right there. Oh my god. The trigger is like literally that's the take up. Literally, that's the take up. Alright, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. It is the next day. The Gucci Glock build is officially finished. I got the, I think it's called the Universal what is it? The Universal holster from We the People holsters, and this this thing looks nice. It comes with a lot of accessories, but I think they messed up the holster a little bit. Is not this part, the rail part is not aligning well with this. I don't know if you can see that. It's not properly aligned, and this is, you know, the other they're usual in waistband holsters. It's folded on one side and screwed in on the other side, so you can actually finagle and align it. But this one seems to be set in place with these I don't know what they're called, fasteners, I think, something like that. So these things, and you can't really move it, but I'm gonna have to use some sort of a heat gun to realign this part, because when I insert it, the top part is fine, but the bottom part, it pushes it up on one side, so it's pretty, like, it's not even snug, it's like super tight, and you can't really pull it out. If you put it all the way in, it's really hard to pull it out. You have to like struggle. So yeah, I'm not even inserting it all the way in. If I insert it all the way in, taking it out is going to be a hustle. Yeah, so that's not something you want to do when you're in a high stress situation. But anyway, we'll set this to the side and focus on the star of the show, which is this nice Glock 48 Gucci build. I'm pretty satisfied with the way it looks. I haven't taken it out to the range yet. I'll be taking it out probably this weekend, and yeah, what I'll do is I will rent a stock Glock 48 and shoot it and see, you know, how these ports compensate, and you know, how it feels just shooting it. And also you know, aftermarket parts, their reliability is finicky, so I'm gonna need to check, you know, how it performs. But like overall, the way it feels in the hand, it's great, and I love this whole grip. I was kind of worried it might not go with the look, but I think it does blend itself pretty well. Seems like it's pretty much part of the gun, so pretty delighted with it. And the magwell itself is in pretty sturdy. Everything looks nice. I was a little worried about this being open, like there's this gap is kind of weird, but you know, Glock has loose tolerances, so I think that's what makes it actually perform better, because the tolerances are loose, and you know, that's why its reliability is much better. But other than that, you know, everything looks good. The one thing I'm definitely going to change is this slide lock. What do you call it? I think it's called a slide lock. I forget the name. But it is plastic. Come on, Glock. I mean, there's a lot of reciprocating weight. I'm pretty sure it's gonna last, but I'm gonna be changing that out to match with this. I'm actually changing it because it's plastic, not to match it. That's why I didn't really care. I thought it would be metal, like you know, my other guns. Like, you know, I have a Canic and super cheap gun, and even that has like metal locking blocks. So yeah, that's pretty much how it came out, and I'll do a range report after I take it out shooting. And thank you for watching. You know, leave your comments, interact with it. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, don't hesitate to ask. And you know, if you don't like it, you know, tell me how you feel. It doesn't really matter. I just need the engagement. But that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I'm out.